What's up, YouTube? Mint Miser here, and today I want to talk to you about the difference between the large date 1982 cent and the small date 1982 cent. There's a very good reason why you should know the difference between these two dates, and we're going to talk about that in a future video. But first, let's talk about the differences. What you're looking at right now is the 1982 large date. I'm going to switch that out with the 1982 small date right here. We're going to talk about the noticeable differences. Some of the differences are minor and a little bit hard for me to detect, so I'm only going to talk to you about the ones that are a little bit more obvious. I'm going to try to line up these coins one on top of another so that you can see side by side what the differences are. Let me see how I can get this. I think I'm close. Okay, there we go. Now, we're not talking about large date, small date in comparison to one another. We're talking about large date, small date based on the individual differences between the two coins. Let's look at the small date, which is the bottom coin. The first thing we're going to look at is the space between the small date 2 and the rim. You can see there's not much space here, but there's more space than the large date 2 to the rim. Noticeable difference, easy to detect if you know what you're looking for, and if you're comparing the coin side by side. The other noticeable difference is in the way that the 8s are designed. If you look at the small date 8, you can see the top portion of the 8 is significantly smaller than the circle on the bottom portion of the 8. As opposed to the large date coin, where the top circle in the 8 is a similar size to the bottom portion of the 8. Notice the differences between the two 8s. Another noticeable difference, and depending on the wear and the damage to your coin, it might not be as noticeable. These two coins aren't worn significantly, but on some coins there's some damage to the 2, which might make this a little bit harder to detect. The line here from the curved part of the 2 to the bottom portion of the 2 is actually curved. You can see the curve here. I'm going to use my mouse. It'll be a little bit easier to trace the line. Okay, so right about here you see where the curve starts and the curve goes down here. On the large date 2, it's more of a straight line from here to here. You don't see the thinner defined curve that you do right here. It's more straight. Those are the two main differences. There are some differences with how the numbers line up compared to each other, but they're a little bit more subtle than the differences we just talked about, so we're not going to go into detail for those. Stay tuned. Keep an eye out for my next video, where I'm going to talk about why these two different date formats are so significant to coin hunting. Thanks for watching. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Throw me some thumbs and give me a like. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys later.